Good morning, everyone. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
I am good, Mike. How are you?
Very good, thank you. How's your weekend?
My weekend is busy as always.
Yeah, Yeah, as soon as we're done with this, I gotta go take the little boy to play baseball.
You see? Make sure their mothers
Yeah.
get a day without the kids.
Oh yeah. I mean, she's she's
Your
she's
wife is
actually,
Dominican?
huh? Yeah, no, but she's actually right next to me working on her computer.
Oh,
My wife is a graphic designer, so she's like doing
sure
some
she gets make sure she
designs
gets
right
a
now.
day off.
No, never.
Never.
Yeah, never
Gotta
ever.
let her rest. Un
Not not
descanso,
un, not
un
until
descanso de
they're
ustedes.
18. When the kids are 18, well, maybe we'll get a day off.
Un
Mo-
descanso de ustedes.
Mother's Day, we had to go to three lacrosse games, one baseball game, and then we had to go to the forest to get some trees for my son's science experiment. It's just crazy.
How many kids you
Hilarious. Three. I have the two little ones, 7 and 9, and then my oldest one is she's a senior in college.
God bless you. I
Yeah,
only have one
all right.
kid.
You have
That's
one?
all I needed.
One is enough.
Good morning and happy Mother's Day.
Oh,
Good
happy
morning. Good
birthday,
morning.
Auntie. I'm so happy to see you here today.
Wait,
We are
is today Mother's
here.
Day?
2 days in a row. Yes, Dominican Mother's Day.
Oh, it's Dominican's Mother's Day. Oh, okay, got you. All
That's
right.
why I said to give your wife time off today.
Oh, no,
She's
yeah, it's still not gonna
Dominican.
happen. It's still not gonna happen. La pobrecita.
That's horrible.
It's the
That's,
worst.
that's what we want for Mother's Day. Que ustedes cojan los muchachos y se larguen
Yeah.
so that we can have a day to reset. Especially moms of 3 kids.
Yeah, I know, I know. It's rough.
Oh, let's see who else. We had a few other people. Okay, Patricia's here.
Hi, Patricia. What's happening?
Hi, how are you guys? Good morning.
I'm all right. I'm all right.
Good. I'm just listening to the conversation about Mother's Day. I'm like, ay, ay, ay.
Happy Mother's Day, Patricia. ¿Tú no quieres un día libre, Patricia?
Me encantaría, me
Ah, tú ves.
encantaría. Happy Mother's Day, Angie.
Told you. That's what we
Would
want.
love alone, wash my hair in peace, have no children around. Just I would love that.
¿Sí? Y Angie tiene uno nada más.
Uno and he's 2. So I would love that.
Okay, folks. All right. I guess whoever's here is already here. So reminders, these workshops are always recorded and they're later uploaded up to YouTube channel. And later we do a recap of the workshop on our Substack that you could read and where we also share the workshop video that you could rewatch and take at your own time as well. Okay, so we are going to start. Let me share the screen. Okay, today we are talking about in the name of care, writing our own way to nature, nurture.
Good
Hi,
morning. Good morning.
how you doing? ¿No te jaltaste de verme la cara ayer?
¿Qué tú estás haciendo? ¿Que yo estoy fregando?
Okay, guys, so care is more than a word, it's a practice, it's how we hold space for ourselves, On the days we feel fragile, it's the gentle voice that says you deserve softness too, even when the world tells us to be hard. It's the way we feed ourselves, the way we call our friends to make sure they got home safe, the way we check in on our neighbors without them having to ask. But today we're writing about the many ways care shows up in small daily rituals, in the language of food and music, and the boundaries we finally learned to set. We're writing about the ways we learned to care, sometimes the hard way, and how we're still learning to give it to ourselves, which is why I asked, who's getting rid of their kids today for self-care and mental health care? Though we love our kids, there are times that we need times for ourselves, okay? And that is super important as individual and as parents, right? So this is a space where we're going to explore how care lives in our culture, our community, and our personal choices. A space to write, not just about the mothers who taught us, but the ways we mother ourselves and others. And you don't have to figure it out. Just have to bring your truth. This is how we heal, by naming it, by writing it down, and by sharing it together, okay? So we're gonna go with the first prompt, okay? The first time I learned to care for myself. For many of us, care for ourselves didn't come naturally. It might have come in a moment of crisis, in a choice to rest, in the smallest decision to protect our peace. So one example is that a few years ago, I was running crazy. I think it was like 2018, and I took on so many projects. And then one day in the middle of it was a showing of my one woman show. It was the first night of my showing in this festival. And I went to watch it. And I was sitting there with my friend. And then when I leave the place, and we're taking the train home because we both lived in Washington Heights, I felt drunk. I couldn't walk straight. My body was just like out of control. I don't even know how, thank God the train was sitting in the station for like 2 hours, because I don't know if I would have been able to be standing anywhere waiting for the train. But my friend ended up walking me home. And the next day when I wake up, my whole world is spinning. And it turns out that I had vertigo. So vertigo is a manifestation of stress in a way, okay? For me, it was, some people is, water to the ears or whatnot, but I also manifest from stress. Your body will tell you to sit the hell down, okay? And anything that you're not paying attention to in your body, you're not getting rest, it will manifest. It can manifest into a heart attack. It can manifest into, for me, it was vertigo. For some people, it's a lot more, it's anxiety, it's a lot more things. So it's very important that we listen to our bodies and rest when we need to look for help so that we could get that rest. Okay. So it wasn't my choice to rest, because I would have kept going. But God said, tú te tienes que sentar. Vamos a darte unos cuantos días para que tú te sientes. You have no choice. And I had to do it, right? Because I couldn't even walk around. So that was God's decision to sit me the hell down, right? But then I want you to use this example, right? And write about the first time you realized you could care for yourself. What was that moment, that feeling or act that said, I can do this for me, right? That we didn't need, I gave you that example, but the prompt is speaking about that moment when you didn't need anyone, and you realize that you could start doing this for yourself. Because sometimes our parents, unfortunately for some people, their parents don't care for them as they should. And we have to learn self-care, right? Some of us grow up to be self-sufficient really quick, how to be independent really quick, how to do stuff for ourselves really quick, because we didn't have anyone to teach us that, right? So when was that moment that you realized, I can do this for me? So we're gonna do 10 minutes of this prompt. And then we're gonna come back and move on to the next prompt, okay? So let me add the timer here and begin. We had someone join, who's joining the workshop right now, Greg. You have 2 more minutes. Okay, moving on to prompt number 2. How we care is often shaped by what we saw growing up. Parents, grandparents, tias, neighbors. Sometimes we keep those ways and sometimes we reshape them. Write about a lesson and care you learned from someone else. Did you carry it forward or did you have to change it? One lesson I learned was that my mother was never disheveled. She always had her hair done, her nails done, always, always. And she told me that never walk around disheveled. So from early on in age, I learned to be in a hair salon every other week or getting my nails done every other week. Um, so it's something ingrained in me. It's like it's a habit already. So so that's one thing I carry with me that I learned from my mom. Um, so yeah, I'm gonna give you guys 10 minutes for this prompt as well, and we keep on writing. 2 more minutes. Okay, next prompt. Did I miss one? Oh, I hope not. The care I want to offer the world. Some of us show up in the world as caretakers, protectors, builders of safety. It's exhausting, but also beautiful work. Write about the kind of care you want to give to the world, what it looks like, who it's for, and why it matters to you. We start 10 more minutes here. 3 more minutes. Okay, I'm gonna go to number 3 because I forgot that one to include it. So number 3 was what care looks like when no one is watching, right? We often think of care of what we do for others, but there's a quiet, almost invisible care in the way we treat ourselves in private. Describe one way you care for yourself when no one is around, big or small. A cup of tea, a playlist, a prayer. For me, it's a book. Sometimes it's music. Sometimes it's been watching Netflix and turning off my phone and putting it on don't disturb so nobody calls me. And I don't feel tempted to reply. And just relaxing in my own quiet space, right? So what does that look like for you and why does it matter? Okay, we're gonna do 10 minutes. more minutes. One more minute left. All righty, let's move to prompt number 5, the care I didn't get. Not every care story is gentle. Some of us had to learn to care for ourselves because no one else did. Like I mentioned before, write about the kind of care you craved, but you didn't get, how it shaped you, and how you're still learning to give it to yourself. Right? So many of us have mommy issues, daddy issues, all kinds of issues. So, you know, write about it. How did it shape you? And how are you still learning to give it to yourself? 10 minutes, and then we have 2 more prompts left. Okay, prompt number 6. A moment I offer to care to someone else. Care isn't just something we receive, it's something we give, and sometimes in caring for others, we find healing too. Right about the time you offered care, emotional, physical, or spiritual, to someone else, what did it teach you about your own capacity to love? We have 10 minutes and just one more prompt to go. All right, you made it. Last prompt. Be proud of yourself for sticking through it. Okay, this is the closing one. We could write a poem with this one, okay? To end, we're going to write our short blessings, okay? A promise or affirmation for ourselves, a reminder that care is not something we earn, it's something we deserve, okay? So write a final piece that begins with, may I always or may I never forget a blessing for your own heart. Come on, folks, you deserve this affirmation. There's a Dominican saying that goes, porque puedo y me lo merezco. Okay, so think about that. 10 minutes, and then we're gonna end this.
Angie, can you say that one more time? What's the Dominican phrase?
The phrase is, porque puedo y me lo merezco. Is this Dominican personality that uses that phrase all the time. So I'll send you a video. It's really funny. Okay, we have 1 more minute. Yes, we made it to the end. You could put your pens down. Okay, folks. How do you feel with this writing session today? Anybody, feel free to turn on your camera so I don't feel like I'm talking to myself. Okay, I'm gonna stop
It was
sharing.
so much fun. Yeah,
Was it Mike? Because you said you were
it was.
struggling.
I was, but like, I mean, this is the reason why I like doing this because I need that push, like so it's just good to, it's like exercise, like if you don't use it, you lose it, so like thank you for having me. This was so much fun and informative and learning and yeah, so thank you.
You're welcome. Yeah, so that's the whole point of the Sunday writing salons, right? I know Andri has been battling with that as well, with getting back to her writing. Um, and she's trying to create a routine. So these workshops help for that, right? If you have a long time you haven't written, if you're just trying to get into the habit of writing as well, these sessions serve to give you motivation, to get your juices flowing, to help you disconnect from your daily routines and make space for your writing during this 90 minutes every Sunday, right? So that's why we're here. And then from there, I just expect you to keep coming back or create your own routine because people, some folks want to write and do morning pages, what we call, right? Writing in the morning, 5 o'clock in the morning, 6 o'clock in the morning when they wake up. Some people do it during the commute. Other people do it before they go to bed. Lunchtime, they make, little take little times of space, whether it's 10 minutes, 15 minutes, whatever that looks like for you to continue writing, especially for those who are working on a very specific project that they're trying to finish, right? So, Greg, ¿cómo te sientes?
No, yo estoy bien, yo estoy bien.
How you felt with the session?
It felt good. I've been writing as I told you before, and a lot of things came out in this one with the prompts.
Good things, bad things,
De todo.
de todo, right? Because our parents be special. Y tu, Andri.
I agree. Um, wow. I feel like it was already a journey. Like I was like, we're getting deep, we're getting deeper, okay. And then it was like we switched. Um, it's been hard for me to write. It's been hard for me to write. I feel like I've been trying to find a time that feels good. And then I realized we're in the busy life of New York. Like to finally que 5 minutos que esté perfecto para escribir, like that moment, I'm like, okay, but what can I do? Maybe I put una música, or maybe I light a candle, something extra maybe, because I feel like it is hard for me to like write. I've been trying to. So this is good. Because it makes me have a commitment. Okay, so on Sundays, I know I can do this. What excuse do you have? So accountability for me.
Right, right. Leslie, how you doing?
I'm okay. I really like the session today.
Yeah, because last week you were like, yeah, this was hard for me.
Yeah, it was really hard writing about, my mom and all that stuff
So
since I
this
don't,
one you did better.
this one I did way better. So thank you so
Okay.
much.
What about you, Mari?
Hi. It was good. It was short. I was
90 minutes was
sleeping.
short?
I was waking up at 11 on Sunday
Ah,
today.
porque tú entraste tarde.
See, I've been wanting to show up, I was doing it better last year, but it was great. It was great. There's a lot, I've been caring for the past few months and
Right.
very busy, exhausting. So, and I saw that and I said, yeah, yeah, I'm just, as soon as I have some time, I will. And happy Mother's Day, by the way, to
Thank you.
all the
Thank you.
Dominican moms. It was good. It was good. I got to actually, yeah, I got into my poem too. I'm like, oh, wow, it's coming out. Uh,
Okay, good,
yeah, it was good. Yeah, happy
good.
to see you guys.
Does anyone want to share any of the prompts that they wrote?
Yeah, I can do one. Yeah, yeah.
Okay, let me know which prompt you wrote about.
Let's go to the first one.
Okay,
About self-care, right? So let me see. Let me go back. All right. It was self-care for the first time, right? All right. Um, I think I was, you guys can hear me okay? You guys don't hear my kids making noise in the back because they're like trying to kill each other back there. All right. I think I was 7 or 8 the first time I made breakfast, real breakfast. Pancakes, scrambled eggs, and those little stubby sausages that come wrapped inside plastic like dynamite sticks. It was my father who taught me. He's a butcher by trade, but really, he was the chef of the soul. He fed you and you felt something. My brothers would line up like soldiers in our pajamas watching him move around the stove like it was a boxing ring. He slapped the skillet down and say, Cuídate que está caliente. Estamos, si no te queman los huevos, coño. We would die laughing. You mean our eggs or eggs? We would ask. Both, he said, snapping his towel at us like a matador. That was my dad. Equal parts street corner philosopher, Dominican stand-up comic, Walter Mercado impersonator. He say, Los hombres son los mejor cocinadores del mundo, with a dramatic wrist flip, blowing a kiss into his invisible audience. Un día te voy a cocinar una langosta, he'd say. That morning, he taught me how to cook Aunt Jemima pancake mix. We'd crack the eggs right into the batter, shell and all at first, and then he'd show us how to scramble the eggs. Fluffy, not dry, no burnt spots. We tossed in some Dominican salami if we had it, or just stick with the sausages. I remember how proud I felt standing on the stool, flipping the pancakes with my spatula like I was on the Iron Chef. That day, something clicked. Cooking wasn't just for survival, it was for care. It was for love. It was the first thing that I ever did for someone without being asked. And after that, every Sunday morning, pancakes would become my shift. I'd wake up early and make breakfast for my mom and brothers. No matter how broke we were or how loud the world was during the week, Sunday morning was our quiet time. And I had learned that before even I knew the word, self care doesn't always look like sweet candles and silence. Sometimes it looks like pancakes and eggs. The sound of your father making fun of Walter Mercado while firing up the skillet.
nice. I really enjoy that. That's so nice. Your father taught you to cook, which is not very common in Dominican households, right?
My father's a carnicero.
Do it because your father was in that career. He was like, of course,
Yeah.
why not teach you how to cook? But you already know that the majority of Dominican parents raise their daughters to cook for their husbands and their kids, right? And the husband nunca aprenden a cocinar. That's the Latino culture mostly, right? And I think those are surviving skills.
Well, my father will make you a
That's not a
ropa
gender
vieja.
thing. Every person should have surviving skills, so you don't have to depend on anyone else for survival, right? Is there anyone else who wants to, by the way, Miguel, I posted a call for submissions that we have on our Substack. I would like for you to make that essay like 1,500 words and submit it for the call for submission.
Okay. I'll do it tomorrow. Yes,
Yeah,
ma'am.
well, whenever you have time. The deadline is June 20th.
Okay, I'll do it tomorrow. I'm off tomorrow.
So it's a call for submissions to write about your father's support, backing the strength of another. The call for submission is called respaldo, which means support, backing, the strength behind another, foundation that lets us stand, steadfast presence that gives us courage to reach forward. And it's talking about paternal support from your father. Okay. So I want to invite folks, those of you who are Dominican, this call for submissions is only for Dominicans. Sorry to everybody else, to submit about your father. Okay. For the whole month of June, we're gonna be talking about fathers because it's, as Dominicans, we celebrate Dominican fathers in June. Mike here will be teaching the first workshop next Sunday. It will not be me. So you guys get to give him some feedback if you liked it or not. It's already on the website. So if you go on the writing workshops on the website, you could register for next Sunday's writing salon. Okay. Greg, do you want to share any of the prompts?
You know my thing go dark, right?
¿Cómo fue?
You know I can go, like, I go dark.
It's
in this.
okay, it's your truth. ¿Qué se va a hacer? Prende
Okay.
la cámara para verte la cara.
No, el problema es que la computadora mía o el internet, like, I put on the camera and I put the thing and it
Oh, it
I
gets
get it.
slow.
Got it. So, okay, go ahead. Let me know what prompt you're responding to.
Okay, let me see. I'm gonna do number 5 because that one really I wrote a lot.
What
So
was number 5 on?
The care I did not get, how did it shape you? How I'm learning to give it to myself.
Got it. Go ahead.
So I started with, I am thankful I went to the Marines at 18. I would have drowned in the feelings of sorrow and hate. How do I give myself that back? I learned to realize life was war and love, even love can be its own trap. That's what happens when one day she beat me and then the next day laid down next to me and hugged me and said, I love you. Woman, well, that's another story. I guess I like them bad ones. Don't look for the homie girl. I learned to bleed through it and put love on books, not on people. It still bleeds through the ink, though. Ya no tengo vergüenza. That shit never helped me one bit. A loner by nature, but Nietzsche says, in life's military school of war, what does not kill me makes me stronger. Every betrayal was a forging, every pain a becoming, even the loneliness, the fire that takes me, the demon, my sparring partner. May I write with the pen of 1,000 demons, y después que me lleve el diablo.
That is awesome. Sad, but awesome. So does that mean que que a ti te atraen las mujeres tóxicas?
Let's just say, yeah, let's just say that too. I mean, hey.
Damn, I really wish that you had submitted to our mother's call for submission last.
Ay.
¿Qué pasó? Because we had a call for submission on our Substack last month. Well, this month.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't see anything from you.
Yeah, I didn't. I should have put something there, but
Are you working on a specific project? Maybe a collection of essays, a memoir? What are you doing?
well, I'm kind of writing like a memoir style book for guys like me, because I can go into my feelings and stuff, and I know that stuff is
Okay.
hard to do.
So, Miguel here teaches memoir.
Oh, he
Okay.
did?
So if you need somebody to look at your stuff and give you feedback, Miguel here is going to volunteer.
Yeah.
Pero
Oh,
if you need an
actually,
editor, if you
Mhm.
need an editor, you're gonna have to come out of your pocket. But he will give you, some guidance.
Oh,
Okay.
wow.
This is what he does. Okay. He's on his second MFA because he's overly ambitious, and memoir is his thing.
Oh, wow.
Para que sepa.
Look at that. And
So
he's a
I would
Marine
love
too.
to
I was
see you. I would love
Yeah,
to see you finish your project, Greg. I
Yeah.
posted in the chat that we have a memoir and personal essay WhatsApp group that I hope you join so that we could create a feedback group where everybody shares their stuff and, gives each other feedback. So please join it.
I joined it already. Yeah.
You wanted to share something, Mike?
I said I just joined it. Yeah.
Oh, I thought you wanted to share something about your services.
Oh, my sir. I mean, yeah. Put it in the. Reach out to me. Reach out to me. I am not against that. Yeah.
Tato. Leslie, anything you want to share?
No, not this time. Thank you.
What about you, Andre?
I'll be brave. I'll share.
Okay, what
I can
prompt are
do
you
this.
responding to?
The affirmation one.
Okay.
Okay, hold on, let me find. Okay. May I always stay rooted in my soul, stay present in my spirit, breathe and breathe until I no longer can. May I always love myself. May I always know that I'm worthy of love, so I don't need to chase home, as I am home. I'm here. That's all. That was it.
Nice. Thank you, Andre. Thank you for sharing that. Mari, you want to share your poem?
Let's see. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, let's see. Yeah, sure. I'm going to use the last one. May I always remember. Prompt. May I always remember that I care for my mom, not because it was asked of me, but because I ought to give my time and knowledge in times of need. May I always remember that I gave my time and knowledge because I wanted to, not because I felt obliged to give them. May I always remember that the challenges I went through and the reproaching moments I received weren't intentional, but more a mere consequence of an unfortunate injury. May I always remember that feeling exhausted and frustrated were part of caring, and that there was so much learning in the exhaustion and frustration. May I always remember the tender moments, the peace and love that I was able to give with no expectations to receive any of it back.
That's
That's
it.
it. The end. That's when it ended. Work in progress.
Gracias. Thank you. Thank you. All right, folks. Thank you so much for joining us today. I hope to see you back next Sunday. I've been noticing everyone was so excited in the beginning of the year. We used to have like 20, 25 people coming into the workshop, and then everybody got busy with life. So I appreciate that you guys come in here and give yourself the chance. You don't have to be here, but if you want to get on with your writing, this is the perfect place for
No,
you to be at.
it's fun. It's fun. Angie, I want to read one more before I leave.
Go ahead.
The second prompt. This one's really funny. I'm reading it again and I'm laughing. So it was the one about I titled this one. Oh, Greg, just so you know, yeah, I was in the Marines for 10 years and I was a cook. Okay. Is Greg here or did he leave?
Oh,
Oh,
yeah, no,
his
no,
thing,
no,
his
it's
thing is
okay.
off.
I was
Oh,
admin, so You know, we kind of.
Cool, amazing. I mean, yeah, no doubt. Service, bro. H&S. Let's go. All right, so here we go. The second one is called Café con Leche. When I was growing up, the lesson was simple. Men do not care. That's what I learned from my father, from my uncles, even from my mother. Los hombres no lloran. A los hombres no le importa. Los hombres no esto, los hombres no de eso. Over and over. The world didn't want tenderness from a boy. It wanted grit, silence, shoulders that held weight without complaining. So I became a Marine. I became a fighter. I became a boxer, a sport where you train to bury whatever you feel deep in your guts, behind your hands. You fight. You fight sick. You fight tired. You fight broken. You fight like you don't care if you live or you die, as long as you go out swinging. But there was one person in my life who didn't believe that. My grandmother. She'd take my face in her hands like it was the most delicate thing in the world. Like I wasn't a fighter, like I wasn't a killer, like I wasn't a Marine, like I wasn't a boy who had already learned to swallow his pain. She'd make me café con leche, thick, sweet, and buttered toast that melted in my mouth. Igualito a tu papá, she'd say. Él es loco, sí, pero es un hombre bueno. I was still a baby, really. But I was drinking Bustelo like it was holy water, sitting in her kitchen where the light came through the window just right. And for those few minutes, the world didn't feel so heavy. To this day, when I make coffee exactly the way she did. When I make it for my wife or my kids, I'm just not waking them up. I'm caring for them the way she cared for me. Slow, soft, my hands on their cheeks. Love without needing to say it out loud. And yeah, I tell them the story of how I shit my pants the first time I drank my grandmother's Bustelo, and they die laughing every time. But what I'm really telling them is that men do care, and all the time it starts with coffee.
Aw, that's right. That's so nice. Thank you for sharing that. Okay,
Yeah, oh, I had so much fun writing this shit. Yeah, yeah.
good, good. All right, folks. I'm gonna let you go. Thank you for joining us today and see you next Sunday for Mike's workshop.
Yeah, it was so nice meeting all of you guys, and I'm really excited.
Thank,
I'll see you guys next Sunday at 11.
and again, thank you for coming. I came back today. I was like, I need to become more consistent, but yeah. And Miguel, nice to meet you too, and
Yeah,
everybody else.
brother.
Join
Yeah,
the
yeah,
group,
same.
Greg. Join the WhatsApp
I
group.
did. I joined it. I
Okay,
made myself
está
go
bien,
and join it now.
está bien.
All right.
See
Happy
everyone.
Sunday and
See you all next
happy Mother's
Sunday.
Day. Yeah, happy Mother's
Enjoy
Day to
your
all the
Sunday.
mothers.
Igual, igual. Bye.